My parents are in town! Yay! We're heading to Olympic National Park. It is a beautiful day out. It's the fall. We're doing Olympic National Park and Mount Rainier. They met us a few days ago, and we're going to be here with them for another week or so, hanging out and exploring. And Dylan is working, so I'm with them for now, and then we're meeting up with him later. And we'll get to see what we get to show them in the beautiful state of Washington. Dylan and I fell in love with Washington State when we visited last summer. Although I had been when I was a kid, it was a quick trip and I didn't remember much. But on the last summer when we visited, we just fell in love with the mountains, the city of Seattle, the amazing natural beauty that existed in the state, and I was so excited to get to share it with my parents. There's nothing I love more than sharing places I love with the people that I love, and living in the van has allowed me to do that so often. I was thrilled to experience Olympic National Park again in the sun because last summer when we went, it was raining the entire time. My dad loves waterfalls, so we're hitting most of the waterfalls that we can. No one else is here. We're in Olympic. It is a beautiful day, which is rare in Olympic. It's usually rainy, and it's stunningly gorgeous. Dylan just got off work, drove to meet me in Olympic. Him and I are hiking Mount Storm King. My parents are gonna go check into the hotel. It's a little too difficult for them. It's very steep. We're gonna see how it goes. Very steep. We just gained 400 feet in a quarter of a mile. Definitely tired. Glad my parents didn't come because I don't think it would have been for them. Got to the unmaintained portion of the trail. We're trying to book it so we get back to my parents. It's gorgeous out here, and we're hoping it's just a little bit further to the top. The Mount Storm King Trail is considered one of the most difficult in Olympic National Park. It gains 2,000 feet of elevation in just 1.5 miles and is so steep that at parts you have to use ropes to climb up. People who are afraid of heights often avoid this trail because there's also this rocky walk out to the edge. But Dylan and I absolutely loved it. We sprinted to the top as fast as we could, and then we enjoyed an incredible golden hour over Lake Crescent and the mountains beyond. We couldn't stay for sunset because we had to meet my parents for dinner, but we enjoyed the golden hour and the views as we made our way down the mountain. I highly recommend this trail if you're not afraid of heights because I could not get over the beauty that we saw. We made it down the mountain just in time for sunset and were able to get dinner with my parents before calling it a night. So my parents are visiting, which means we are in a hotel room, a whole bed, a shower. We can access a bathroom at any time. This is life luxury. All right, it's 9 a.m.-ish, and we are hiking the Hurricane Hill Trailhead in Olympic. It is another stunning day out, so perfect day to go hike mountains. Hurricane Hill is another popular hike in Olympic National Park, and boy, I understand why. It's beautiful! And so is she! We were loving all of the panoramic views over the sunset as we made our way up the paved path. My dad is pushing ahead. He's a bit of a sprinter when it comes to walking, so he's having a hard time because he's like sprinting up. But he's doing great. My mom is out here crushing it. And we're getting our way slowly to the top. We're taking as many breaks as we need. My parents were coming from sea level on the East Coast, and my dad was having a hard time adjusting to the altitude. I was a little worried about him, but we made sure to take a lot of breaks and hoped that he was okay. We made it to the top. It's got 360-degree views. My dad isn't feeling his best, but he crushed it. Right, Dad? Again, this hike had panoramic views of the mountains. You could see onto Vancouver Island. You could see Mount Baker. It was honestly incredible. Highly recommend. From there, we ended up driving through the park and stopped along the way at Lake Crescent. of our beautiful lunch on the lake.
Wow.
All right, we had picnic lunch, and now we're heading to Solduke Falls. It's a beautiful fall in the forest. Olympic is just so lush. Gorgeous day. I spent most of the day with my parents, but luckily Dylan works East Coast hours and we were on the West Coast, which means he got to meet us in the afternoon to see the coastline and then go to the Hoh Rainforest. Last time we were at the Hoh Rainforest, we had to wait an hour just to get into this area. This time there was no wait, and we had the Spruce Nature Trail, which is one of the most popular, all to ourselves. The sun was slowly starting to set beyond the trees, but it was a mystical and magical experience. My parents and I were having the best time and just enjoying the nature vibes. We were just driving out of Olympic National Park behind my parents, and we saw them hit an owl with their car. At least we thought it was an owl. We turned around to go check what it was, because Dylan was like, we have to go see if that was an owl. It was an owl, don't worry, it is not dead, it was flying. It was definitely a little afraid of us because it just got hit by a car. But I got a really good pic of it, and we're hoping it's all good. We saw it fly a few times, so but that was crazy. It came out of nowhere. So we're staying at this lodge in Lake Quinault, Olympic. We got here last night. There's no Wi-Fi unless you pay $16 a day, which is kind of ridiculous. And it is beautiful though. The lake is right out there. There's ping pong. There's a pool. Love the hotel life. Except the sound dampening in this hotel is not so great. We heard our neighbors walking up and down and up and down and up and down all morning, so we couldn't sleep in. So they could work on their sound dampening a little, but it is beautiful. We're having a great day. We've got beautiful weather. We just had a very, slow morning, Saturday morning. We're gonna go for little explorations around the area, see what there is to see around here, and then play games, have a chill night, and give ourselves some relaxation because we've been go, go, go. This was one of my favorite days of my parents' trip to visit us. It was a beautiful day with sunny weather. We took it really slow, visiting a few waterfalls, going on a nature walk, and enjoying all of the beautiful amenities at our hotel. It was truly a peaceful, relaxing, and magical day.
Oh my gosh, she is crazy. Nobody else here is that today.
We left our hotel early Sunday morning because we knew it was supposed to be a very sunny day in Mount Rainier. And let me tell you, that was the best decision we ever made. We just got to Mount Rainier. And it's absolutely beautiful out. We've really lucked out on the weather. It's supposed to get cloudy, snowy, and rainy later, but right now, it's amazing. All right, we're doing the Natchez Peak Trail on a beautiful fall day. And Dylan's picking up trash on the way like he always does. We love him. I don't think that I'll ever get over Mount Rainier in the fall. The stunning reds mixed with the yellows and the mountains. It was just an incredible experience. We had a wonderful day of hiking and enjoying the perfect weather. I felt so grateful that we had gotten to experience sunny days in both Olympic and Mount Rainier. The Earth and the U.S. are so beautiful, and I don't think I'll ever get over it. If you want to find the crowds, come for a beautiful day in paradise. Stunning, but look how many people are here. Woo! I'm not complaining. We got a parking spot. So we're staying at the inn. We've got 2 twin beds here. Dylan's actually out at the van using Starlink. It's a beautiful historic inn, but dinner was interesting. We showed up for dinner and we made a reservation, and then we showed up and they were like, hold on, we need to check on something. Then it seemed about an argument about whether they could seat us or not, because I don't think they have management right now. Turns out they don't have any management, so the food was okay though. Classic national park food. It was average. But we ate dinner and we're now settling in for the night. Gonna figure out what to do tomorrow because it might be snowy and rainy. Dylan is working at Paradise. We just got some, well, I have a Luna bar for breakfast, but it's quiet here. It's a Monday. It's cloudy. It might rain. It might snow. But you can still see part of the mountain, so we can go out and explore. If you explore Mount Rainier on a Monday, you'll have spaces all to yourself. A Monday in the off season, probably not in the summer, but like we have Neruda Falls all to ourselves, which never happens. It's amazing. It's so nice. I won the game of life. Obviously, I am doing much better than my parents. Clearly, I'm rich. Dylan went ahead of us last night to stay separately from us. Because he has work. But we are going to Seattle. We're going to see what Seattle has to offer us. We have like 4 days in Seattle all together with my parents before they leave. So we had a great couple days in Rainier, even though it was rainy the second day. But Rainier is one of my favorite places. It's just so beautiful and magical. Visiting in every season is awesome. I'm eventually going to visit it in the peak of summer when trails are open and it's beautiful out. We ended our trip in Washington with my parents by going back to Seattle to explore for a few days. We went to all of the top sites like the Boeing Museum, where you got to explore airplanes, as well as the Chihuly Museum of Glass, which has a great view of the Space Needle. We ate plenty of good food and we explored all of the fun areas of Seattle. We were also lucky enough to have a couple days of nicer weather, so we ended up taking a hot tub boat on Lake Union, which is one of the highlights of the trip. We soaked in the sun, enjoyed the hot tub, listened to tunes as we cruised along. I'll always look back so fondly on this trip with my parents. I really relish the moments that I get to spend with them, as I've lived in a van and I don't live close to home anymore. My grandma recently passed away, and it's made me cherish those moments that I get to spend with my family so much more. So remember to hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, and try and spend some time exploring new places or spending quality time with them. You never know when you won't get a chance anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time on the road.